Are you struggling to make those drums hit hard? Like, are you really truly having problems with mixing your beats and making your drums just stand out in the mix? Well, watch this video to the end, because during this video, I'm gonna be showing you my exact way on how I mix my drums. And I'm gonna show you where your drums should actually sit in your mix to really make them stand out, to really make people feel the drums when they're listening to your beats. Let's get into the video. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to my music producers out there, wherever you are watching this video right now. I am music producer TheyCallMeHeat, and I've been producing music for over 15 years. And on my channel right here, I show producers how to make some of the best boom bap, hip hop style beats. I always go back and read my comments, reply to comments, and just kind of look at what you guys are saying in the comments when you're watching my videos. So I do pay attention. One of the questions that I get a lot is, yo, Heat, how do I make my drums sound like that? Like, how do I get my drums to hit hard and to really make them feel full and, you know, punch through? Now I have a full course on this, literally like step by step. So from start to finish, and I break every single step down right on boombapuniversity.com. And you can watch that course from start to finish, you know, kind of just learn at your own pace. But today I wanted to create like a mini course, you know, something small for the producers out there who still struggle or just may not be able to get my course, or who didn't know about my course. So this will be just a mini course on slightly mixing, not really the effects and the things that I use, more so just helping you understand where your sound should be in your mix, where your drums should be in your mix specifically. Because really the drums for me, they drive the track. So if my drums are sounding good, they're punching, they're hitting hard through the mix, guess what? My beat will always sound good no matter what. No matter where I play it, as long as my drums are hitting, always gonna sound good. I'm saying really finding that sweet spot when it comes to mixing your beats so that you can, you know, impress the people that you're playing them for. So let's get into this mini course here today, all right? Now, before we start mixing, of course, I gotta make a beat. We gotta have something there that we gotta use. I was about to start on a beat and I was like, you know what? Let me turn this into a video. Let me help some producers out there. So I already have a drum pattern here. I literally only have the kicks though, and it just sounds like this. So I got that kick, I got my snare, and I got a hi-hat. So I'm gonna use those sounds today just to make this simple beat. And then I got this sample already chopped up. Super dope sample, I like that. I just found a random sample that was in my packs in here. I'm gonna lay the snare down and I'm gonna lay the hi-hat down as well. With the snare here, I'm actually going to highlight all of them, turn my snap off, and then move the snare like early after I quantize it. So I want it to hit just a little bit early. All right, so now I'm gonna go do the hi-hats really quick. I like to, I know I say this in a lot of videos, I like to go find the best like area in the pattern and then duplicate that over. That's why I do it all the way through like that. So the sample is a little fast, so I kind of want to slow it down. So it's at 95, let's take it to 85 and see where we at. Ooh, that's super nice. That's super nice right there. I like that. I'm feeling the bass. I'm feeling like finding bass might help this, and then, but I want to put some percussion in first. I want to do that first. Oh, this might get a little weird right here, but we might be able to like chop it up and move some stuff around. Okay, I like that to make it stand out a little bit more. I'm gonna put the 1073 on there, and I'm gonna go to drum kit enhancer. Okay, I'm feeling that right there. So let's put everything back in together. Hey, really quick, do you struggle with getting your beats to like knock and really hit hard and really push through? I have a course called Mixing and Mastering Your Beats Like a Pro Masterclass. In this course, I'm really showing you the bare bones of my full mixing process. Whatever sound is in the beat, I'm really breaking it down as to how to mix it, how to understand frequencies, how to listen to the frequencies and know what frequencies to take out, what frequencies to boost in this full 2-hour course. The Mixing and Mastering Your Beats Like a Pro Masterclass is a proven course. I've mixed music for national TV shows and they have accepted my mixing. And even as a bonus for getting the course, I'm even gonna show you how to mix and master vocals after you've made the beat, or if someone brings a beat to you and they want you to record the song. So head over to boombapuniversity.com and grab up the Mixing and Mastering Your Beats Like a Pro Masterclass today. All right, let's get back into the video. I'm gonna go get my bass. Yeah, there's extra notes I can put in there. So now at this point, we need to balance the drums and the sample and the other sounds, but we want our drums to really knock and really hit. So there's different things that I do. Obviously, I process my sounds. What I mean by process, I mean just putting effects on those actual sounds. So like the kick here, I have the 1073 EQ and I have a transient master. For the snare, I have nothing as of right now, but you know, when I go through my mixing process, I'll add maybe an EQ, another transient master. For my hi-hat, I usually keep it clean. I might put the SSL EQ on there or just some type of EQ. Take out the low end so that it's not interfering with the other sounds that need to sit in that lower frequency. So those are things that I do to prep the sounds. Now, after you've made the sounds and, you know, got them pumping, things like that, level them up slightly. Now, what I do is I'll go back and I will solo out the kick. And I always start with the kick, getting the kick to sit in a good spot. So for me, between -6 dB and -6.5 dB is like a good space of headroom, maybe even -7 depending on the beat. So if it's like trap heavy, I probably go -7 on the drums, just because we don't want the 808 to overcrowd the rest of the mix once we go to master the beat and put our mastering effects on. Right now, without me touching the kick, if I just solo it, see where it sits here. So it's right at 0. That's what you want, essentially. You want it to be right at 0 before you start bringing it down, because that means that it's pumping, it's right there, it's good. No matter where it's at, it's gonna constantly hit at that same level. So if I move this from 0 to -6 dB, it's gonna sit at -6 dB. If I move it down to -3 dB, it's gonna sit at -3. So we'll go down, we'll turn this down to -6, and I'll actually, just for the sake of the video, we'll do 6.3 or 6.4. So as you can see, it's like right below 6, and I'll actually put on an analyzer. Paz analyzer is what I use. I'm always still using my ears, but I use this to get the numbers right. And for this, it's not really like a spot that you keep it at. That's why I say you need to use your ears as well. So I can't say, oh, put it at -12, put it at -13, because the type of snare that you may be using may call for you to be at -7. For this one, we're sitting at -8.7, and we can adjust to taste. We don't have to keep it there. With the hi-hat, we've got it down to -10.4. Then we'll bring in our congos or bongos. And what I'm doing is I'm EQing, trying to bring some of that low mid frequency, like boost it up a little bit. All right, good. So now when we bring in our sample, or let's say you have instruments, let's see where the drums, before we bring that in though, let's see where the drums are actually hitting on the meter. You want to be around -3, -6, but you're starting to kick off at -6. And when you bring other things in, now you're starting to get the meter to move higher. So we'll reset the meter and I'm going to show you where it's actually sitting at. So my drums they're at about, I'm gonna say, we'll average it out. We'll say -5. With the flanger adds a bit of extra effect, so it's panning between both sides. So what's happening is it's causing one side to go a little bit higher and the other side to be lower. So if we keep playing it, what'll happen is you'll see that 4.9, or you'll see that 5.3 boost up to maybe 4.9 as well. -6 and -3 dB is where you want your drums to kind of sit before you add in the extra elements. So I'm gonna say right now we're at a good level drum wise. We can add the sample in now. So now you can see on the analyzer here, we haven't moved too much. We literally went from -6 dB to where the kick was sitting at, to where we're only now at about -5.5. But again, we're averaging it out. We're gonna say -5 dB. So we still have -5 dB to 0 of headroom that now we can play with. So now when I finish it off and I put my mastering effect on it, now it's gonna bring it up to 0. Now I've applied my mastering effect on my master channel. This is how I master my beats, not my songs, just my beats. After I've mixed those drums, got them right, got them leveled out, I put my mastering effect on them, and now it will sit essentially at 0 dB. So I'm gonna play it without the mastering effect on it, and then we're gonna play it with the mastering effect. And I want you to pay attention to the analyzer numbers here and where things will be sitting. That's without. Now let's turn the mastering effect on and let's see where we are sitting now. So I'm gonna reset the meter again and we're gonna watch that. Wow, what a big difference. So from -5 to -0.2 dB. Wow, what a big difference. And we don't even sound distorted. We don't sound like things are compressing each other. We leveled it all out, made it, gave ourselves that headroom of -6 dB. Of course, once we started adding things, it added to the volume, only brought it up 1 dB essentially. And then once we put the mastering on it, it brought it up to where now it sounds full. It's good. Wherever we play this beat, it'll always sound the same. It'll always be level. It'll always be punchy. You know what I mean? So we're good. Now, before you go start trying to mix like this and adding mastering effects and things like that, always remember, please do not forget ever, always start with high quality sounds. When you start with high quality sounds, you don't really have to do a lot of mixing. It's already done for you. You just need to level things. When you start or don't have quality sounds, now you start adding all these effects. Now the frequencies are different. Now you gotta EQ, do different things. Or if you've EQ'd, now certain frequencies are boosted versus other frequencies, and it just kind of throws things off. And that's why you want to learn how to mix so that and have a good understanding of mixing. You may not understand it or know it fully, but knowing how to use an EQ, knowing how to use compression, knowing how to use, saturation, things like that. Those are the things that are gonna help. And those are the few basics that I want you to go, after watching this video, go learn, go study EQs, go study frequencies, go study compression, go study saturation, because those are the most essential things to me when it comes to mixing your drums. This has been a dope mini course. I hope you appreciate this mini course. I hope this has helped you in some type of way. Again, this isn't the full process. I have a full course step by step. And if you buy the course, you actually get a bonus that I show you vocal mixing as well. So you'll be able to learn how to mix the beat from start to finish, and then how to mix vocals in once you've completed the beat, mix the beat, things like that. So if you're one of those producers who has to do all of the work, or you work with artists and you record, you mix, you master, you do all that stuff, that's a good course for you mixing and mastering your beats like a pro, head over there, grab up the course. All right, I'm gonna get up out of here, y'all. I hope I inspire somebody to go create. Keep cooking that boom bap, baby. And until next time, I'm out of here. If you like what you saw today, please don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button. Smash that like button for me, please. Follow me on Instagram at TheyCallMeHeat. We need to run them numbers up. I'm trying to get to 10,000 before the year is up. So yeah, make sure you follow me. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.